Welcome everyone to a little adventure on Astraeos map, Ark Survival Ascended. I spent about the last 17 hours in the last 2 days building a railroad going all the way across the map. I'm only about 35 to 40% done of everything I'm going to do with the railroad. I got quite a few little sections that I'm actually going to do, but I wanted to show you what I have done so far. Got my little base here on the little island. Got me a few ships I've been messing around with. I like the steampunk mod. I really like that mod. It looks really beautiful. As you can see, my train track kind of ends here. It's going to actually go that way too a little bit. The thing about the trains is when you build a train, all the tracks have to be going the same direction, so you can't really turn the train around and come back the other way. So you're always going to be going one way. So if you go across the map forward, you're going to be coming back across the map backwards, which is perfectly fine. But this is a little base I got built here so far. And of course that was all legit, wasn't cheating. I like this frontier skins, it's pretty nice. I kind of did all in metal with frontier skins and of course the steampunk stuff here. This took quite a little bit to build. Came out really good though. Got a little bedroom area. Just kind of a quick thing through here. Got my workshop areas. Got my clock to make crafting quicker. And of course my industrial forges, steampunk edition. Haven't used them yet, but they look pretty cool. Of course you got these little ones here that are like pretty much industrial forges, but smaller, which is really nice. But anyways, that's not what we came for. What we came for is to take a little adventure on a train across the map. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride across beautiful Astraeos. And another good thing is you can actually, oh, this is like a steampunk generator. It's pretty cool. You can actually go from, let's say car to car. You can have a total of 5 cars on the train. I've only got 3 right now. My other 2 are back here, but I don't have them hooked up. All you have to do is hold E, and then you can go to engine if you want, or you can go to cart. Like if I want to go to the next cart, boom. See. Kind of glitchy a little bit, but then if you want to go to the engine, just go to the engine. But here we go. Take a little adventure. Now, when you're building a railroad, you got to be kind of careful. You can't get too close to like rocks and trees, because if you do have any tames with you on the actual train, they will knock them off. So. Sometimes if you get to an area where like you're not paying attention, like at a junction and you hit the button at time, it's kind of like the train might disappear, but it doesn't. All you gotta do is hit S and stop it. So you hit W one time to go, right? Now see right here, it's got an arrow. I got a junction coming up. So what I'm gonna do is hit D. D is in dog. That's gonna let me go right. I wouldn't. Sometimes you gotta tap W again, but if that ever happens, you can hit, like it's W to go forward, tap W once to go forward, and it'll automatically go by itself, you don't gotta hold nothing. Then if you want to go into neutral, just kind of stop, just tap S one time, and then if you tap S again, it'll start going backwards. Okay. You go forward, so just kind of sit back and enjoy the ride. right there is going to actually be another addition. That will actually probably draft out. This right here was kind of a pain. I just did metal pillars and put the frontier skin. I'm not 100% sure why my map is blurred like that. Like I can never get the cover correct. Going across the water is like a real pain because you have to go 25, another village deep to hit the bottom. Some sections I did use two pillars, one on each side, but a lot of the sections one on one side. Now, I downloaded a mod, it's like a public train mod. You're supposed to be able to change the command, change all these tracks into public tracks, where other players can actually, create their own trains, and they'll give them temporary ownership of a piece of track. They're supposed to be able to, place the train on the track, and then be able to use this track. So, I don't know how it works yet, because I don't have no players, but the only player on this map, but I'm hoping it works. I think that'd be really cool for other players to be able to create trains and everything and have them at their bases and be able to take them out. You can put, forges and stuff on them and use some metal runs and all sorts of stuff. Now this section right here, I actually made it so if two trains are coming in each other, they could actually, one of them can go off to the side. Because this was probably the hardest part right here. This bridge going across. Yeah, I just have to tap. When it does that, I just gotta tap W again. Keep going. Like it's going the whole time, even though it looks like it stopped. But yeah, this took a while to make this bridge. I mean, it's like it's forever. Now, there is a section to the right that I plan on doing. I'll kind of show you where this one's going here real quick. I'll back up. This is more or less going to probably join up with the track that went back to the left eventually up here. You kind of have like two different directions to go depending on where your base is located. See, this just kind of ends right here. Whenever you end a track, it automatically puts a little stopper up, so you don't have to worry about your train going over the head. It'll automatically stop. See? but I'm actually going to follow this all the way around the cliff. Like the map to come up, right? Yeah, that makes no sense. Right to the edge. Back around here, we're going to go off to the left, alright? My plans are is to make a track that goes out to Volcano Island for doing metal runs, you know, black pearls and stuff. I've got part of my northeastern expansion done, but I need to do my south. Back up a little bit. Now I'm going to hit A. My left arrow. See, this one has two arrows because this one got one to the left and one to the right. Some people are probably thinking, that's got to be really laggy with all the pillars going down. Maybe if you order your computer team is possible, but I've had no problem. I'm getting 60 FPS right now. That's decent for the game, right? I do have my settings on low though. And I turned off the clouds and the fog. That adds a lot, you know. Well, it looks like somebody wanted to take a little ride, didn't they? For a brief second. See you later, buddy. Now you might have little sections like this, little incidences where trees might want to kind of regrow back, you know, right? Maybe you forget to cut one down when you're building, the train won't go by it, so you're gonna have to actually cut them down, right? I don't know why this is not letting me go back to the engine. I'm trying to eat and play, so. Oh, I'll let you go in it when it's at an actual. Here we go. Section you see sprouting off to the left and going down will actually be the track that leads out to my southeastern expansion of the train trestle. So kind of started a little bit earlier to kind of so I didn't forget. This right here was supposed to go straight up and over, but I couldn't get it to angle enough, so I had to kind of curve it around. It's kind of a real pain in the butt. Starting to get dark, so I figured I'd turn to daylight. Make it a little easier to see. There's a lot more spots I'd like to get high up in the hills, but it's just a real pain to kind of do it. But I will get over to the mountains over there, up against the line, so. I do love all the caves here on Astraeos. There's a lot of beautiful places to build too. I would build there if it wasn't the fact that I like the place, so you gotta be close to the water. Back here still. Astraeos, I know it would be a lot faster to fly a flyer, like a wyvern or maybe like a snow owl or something, rocketry across the map. You get a lot of scenery, and you can really do some resource harvesting, like a lot, and have your metal cooking up as you're going, right? Now I haven't tested this section of the track out since the big bridge way across the ocean there. This is all like the first time I've actually put a train on the track, so hopefully it doesn't get stuck anywhere. See, you might run into problems like this. Well, it is a little tree when I place the track. Come on. See, there's a little tree in here that I didn't cut down. Alright, now that I fixed that, let's continue on. That was a pain getting that track to go back together. Now we're getting over towards the more dangerous part of the map here. Be right back. Now, I'm not sure if I just forgot to cut the little trees down, or if they actually showed back up, you know, that could be a problem if you have like a public railway. Because people can't just take apart the track, you know what I mean, right? But as I was saying, this is now we're getting to the dangerous section of that. Where the rail ends up here is, you know, pretty high level giga earlier. I killed it, so it wasn't mess with it. But I'm not sure. I can't remember if gigas can attack metal or what. I don't know. I originally was going off to the right there across the water, but I noticed there was a lot of beaver dams over there, and I didn't really want to think of, you know, not show back up, right? I'm kind of hoping this was far enough away. Track so far, but got my PT. I don't have a very high level PT. That's all I've changed so well, this is where I'm going to leave my train. I'm going to back it up a little bit. Because tomorrow, I'm going to continue the track on this way. All the way up through all this stuff here. And I'm going to go up through here. Wrap all the way around up through here until eventually I end up at the southern part of the map straight ahead down there. Then the other section, the eastern expansion, will wrap around and come to the other side of the island and pretty much meet up in the same spot, right? Then of course you got Volcano Island straight ahead in the distance, and all the little islands that kind of from the left to right, I'll have an expansion going off into that too. And then maybe from there on over here too. So I still got quite a bit to do. But that's the fun of it, right? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the scenic view. And I will see you guys next time. See you later.